Hey everyone, Denise here. Right off the bat, let me apologize. I have a cough and it comes up fast and furious when it happens. Dry throat, allergy issues, so I apologize in advance. Now let's take a look at the April 23rd samples. This is for the Stipple card class. Now I have 3 sessions of this running. I have a daytime session for people who are free during the day, and it's after you drop the kids off at the bus stop and ends well before you'd have to pick them back up. I have a earlier afternoon session. I call it the teacher edition because that's just the time frame that I would still be willing to do something if I was leaving work, because once I get home and I get dressed and I get undressed, that's the first thing I do. I'm not getting dressed again. And if you're like me, that's exactly what happens. So I have I'm not sure if the time is 3:15 or 3:30, but you can check the website for that. And that ends before dinner, right? And off you go. I will have snacks. And then there's the evening edition, which starts 6 something. You'll have to, again, I'm sorry, I don't really remember, but you'll have to check the website, but it ends by 8:45 because I have made Mike a promise that any classes that we do Sunday through Thursday evening will be done and over at 8:45, everybody out by 9, because it is a work night for him and it can be a little disruptive for him with us down here, up and down the stairs and that kind of thing. So, all right, I get it. It's a reasonable request. So I did this at 3 different times to accommodate the 3 different times that people were looking for and asking me for. I figured I'd try it with this and we'll go from there. So this is a $15 class. If you have not taken a class with me before, you do get your first $15 class free. Now, if you want to use it for this, fine. It doesn't matter if you don't have the card that entitles you to the $15 class. I know if you've taken a class with me or not. So that's all you need. Now, if you want to pay for this and take your beginner card club class as your free class for September or October, that's fine too, because you only get the one free. So you can decide which you want to pay for and which you don't. But this does qualify for one of the free classes that you can take if eligible, because there's no product that you're taking home. Saturday classes, you take home product, so those aren't eligible no matter what the price is. So these have all started as white paper. You see the white here, and you can see too that mine is not perfect. And I'd like to show you that mine's not perfect because first, mine are never perfect. And also, I don't want you to feel like, yours has to be perfect or that you're going to walk out of here with a perfect card. I hope you do, but you might not. And if you don't, it's still okay. You still made the card. And the rule in Card Club, no matter which class it is always, if somebody says something about the card that you made, that you gave to them, they're off the list. They don't get a card from you anymore. I left these as note cards with no sentiment because I prefer it that way. I wanted the scene to be the scene, and I can just use it as a note card. So there will be no sentiments on these when you leave class either, though you are certainly welcome to do that at home. Most of these will probably be pre-stamped for you, though I will show you how I did the stamping, and pre-stamped only to facilitate the process. The inks that we'll be using, and again, this started as a white piece of paper, as did this, even though that's not white. So they all started as the same white piece of paper. These are 5x7 cards. Everybody's going to be sharing the inks and the stipple brushes. Stipple brushes and stencil brushes, pretty much the same thing, just I'm old school and they always called them stipple. They are not the foam brushes. They are the ones with the bristles. So we're going to be using an ink that we don't usually use in class that I've had, but haven't really used a lot lately myself. So I pulled those back out. And we'll be using those, so you'll be sharing the brushes, you'll be sharing the ink, so it'll be like a round robin style, which is why I think I will be pre-stamping for you to cut down on time for you. You can decide if this is sunrise or sunset. And I'm going to show you the easiest way possible to make a cloud stencil without actually spending money on a cloud stencil. Now, I have lots of cloud stencils and I love them, but in a pinch, it's really easy to make your own. Now, when I did my cloud stencil, I decided to then stipple over it some more so that the clouds were not as pronounced. And that's it. So I have 3 5x7 nice sized masculine cards ready to go. So you will get with this all of the black matting, and in this case the orange matting. You'll get the card bases. Everything is provided for you. The glue, the paper you need, the card bases, the envelopes in this particular case. And you walk away with your 3 cards, and now you know how to use the stipple brush to make a really easy, really quick card scene. And you'll see how dramatic it is, and no matter what you choose to do for your next scene, it's the same thing. Whether you choose to do silhouettes like these or something else, it works the same exact way. So I hope that you'll join me on the 23rd. Remember, you just need to go to the website, deniseramo.stampinup.net, go to events, and then to October, and then scroll either on your side menu or your bottom menu, depending on the device you're using, to October 23rd, to the Stipple card class, and then RSVP for the time slot that you're looking at. I have 6 seats available in each of the sessions. You will get an automatic email that reminds you to pay, and if you are using this as a free class, you can simply respond to the email saying that you're using it as the free class, and then you'll stop getting those automatic emails that say that you haven't paid for the class. I look forward to seeing you. I look forward to having fun and being creative with you to make these cards. I look forward to meeting you if you're new. Have a great rest of the day. See you soon.